Today, I'm covering the most important changes coming to Ethereum in 2023, and if this will be the year we finally see Ethereum reach mainstream adoption. 2023 will be one of the most pivotal years in Ethereum's history. With the merge behind us, everyone is looking forward to what comes next. Welcome back to the Virtual Bacon channel, where I teach you how to build wealth in crypto. The Ethereum network is without a doubt one of the most impressive pieces of technology in the blockchain space. With thousands of devs working around the clock to develop on the network, it's easy to see it's just as complex as it is impressive. Since its inception, Ethereum has tried to solve the blockchain trilemma one upgrade at a time. The blockchain trilemma is a problem which all blockchains face with three factors. These refer to scalability, security, and decentralization. With the trilemma, so far blockchains have only been able to have two of the three. But now Ethereum is getting ever closer to solving this issue. In 2022, Ethereum made history with their biggest upgrade, also known as the merge. Many believed the merge would solve all of Ethereum's problems, but this was never the intended case. The merge was only the first of a long series of upgrades that will be rolled out over the next few years. And by the end of this video, you'll know the next big milestones we can expect from Ethereum in 2023. Also, stick around to the end because I have a very special announcement. Let's first look at how the merge kicked off Ethereum 2.0. In September 2022, Ethereum successfully switched from proof of work to proof of stake, cutting Ethereum's energy consumption by 99%. Even though many doubted it could ever be accomplished given how complicated it was, the merge did work. And it's still working smoothly. It's one of the biggest achievements in crypto history. While the merge aimed to reduce energy consumption, it also changed the way Ethereum reaches consensus. To make sure we're on the same page, blockchains are run by a distributed network of computers coming to an agreement. In order to do this safely, they have what is called a consensus algorithm. Examples are proof of work, or more commonly known as mining, and proof of stake, or staking. In proof of work, these distributed computers are referred to as miners. In proof of stake, they're referred to as validators. In both consensus methods, miners or validators have to put something on the line. That way, if they misbehave, they run the risk of losing the money. With proof of stake, validators on the Ethereum network each put 32 ETH at stake. This is like their buy-in to run a validator, and if anything bad happens as a result of their actions, they risk losing a portion or all of those funds. These bad actions could be something like missing a transaction or not updating their validator. This incentivizes all validators to act in the best interest of the network and therefore keeps it secure. In return, validators earn rewards by performing properly and signing off on accurate transactions. When they do this, they earn a certain percentage of rewards in the form of ETH tokens. This is currently around 10 to 15% per year and will fluctuate depending on how much total Ethereum is staked. When there are more validators and ETH staked, rewards will decrease as more people are splitting them. The merge set the groundwork for the future of Ethereum staking. But this next big network upgrade could have an even bigger effect, and that is the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade. Shanghai upgrade will finally bring an end to one of Ethereum's biggest questions, which is when can I withdraw my staked ETH? Starting back in December 2020, Ethereum introduced the Beacon chain, which was one of the first steps to switching to proof of stake. Even though Ethereum 2.0 wasn't complete yet, the Beacon chain already allowed users to start staking their ETH and earn rewards. However, ETH staked on the Beacon chain cannot be withdrawn, so unfortunately users couldn't access the staked ETH or the rewards for the past 3 years. When staking first went live, people knew that they could start withdrawing after the merge, but the merge date was delayed for years, so they were left waiting. The good news is, in March of 2023, ETH stakers will finally have the chance to unlock their tokens with the launch of Ethereum Shanghai and EIP 4895. This means the wait is almost over, and users who stake their ETH will soon be able to withdraw their rewards. But what does this mean for ETH tokenomics and price? Today, there are around 16 million Ethereum staked, valued at nearly $20 billion. When the upgrade goes live, these tokens will be quickly unlocked, and stakers can choose to withdraw their tokens if they want. I know some of you may be concerned that these tokens could be dumped, but here's a few key reasons why I'm not worried about short-term price action and why I think this upgrade is actually bullish for Ethereum's future. First, most ETH are either staked through exchanges or liquid staking platforms. When you stake on Coinbase, Binance, or the leading decentralized platform Lido, you already get a staked ETH in return. This token is freely tradable and it closely tracks the price of Ethereum. This is because people trust that they can eventually be redeemed for the original ETH. If people truly truly wanted to dump their ETH when staking is unlocked, they could already sell their staked versions. And if there was a growing desire to sell, staked ETH price would fall much lower than real Ethereum's price. But this has never happened. This tells me there isn't much sell pressure coming from today's Ethereum stakers. These are more long-term stakers rather than short-term speculators. The second reason why I'm excited about this upgrade is I think it will bring trust to the Ethereum staking ecosystem, which is currently missing. Once Ethereum staking can be freely unlocked, people will have way more trust in the system. There has always been FUD over a potential indefinite lock-in for ETH staking. Now we can see light at the end of the tunnel, and if Shanghai upgrade goes smoothly, this FUD will get completely eliminated. And this couldn't come at a better time, as Ethereum currently has the lowest staking ratio when compared with other major chains. At only 14% of the total supply staked, Ethereum's staking ratio is unbelievably low. For some perspective, the staking ratio of other POS chains like Cardano, Solana, Cosmos, and Polkadot all range between 50 and 90%. This low ratio of Ethereum's is likely attributed to the fact that many don't feel comfortable staking their ETH yet, when they aren't sure when they'll get access to their funds. So once Ethereum fixes the staking lock, large players will feel much more comfortable to stake. There is a big elephant in the room, however, as data shows most Ethereum were staked at higher prices than what we see today. Over 90% of staked ETH were deposited before November 2020, so most deposits occurred when ETH was trading between $1,500 and $3,500, with some even happening above $4,000. This means most stakers are sitting at unrealized losses, and we could speculate that large institutional funds may not have used liquid staking and might need to recoup their locked capital. Another form of selling that can happen during the Shanghai upgrade is for people to shift staking provider. Ever since the merge happened, Ethereum staking rewards were bumped up from 4% to over 10% per year, thanks to new income through MEV. However, staking providers today can each offer very different reward percentages. Binance, for example, offers up to 11% APR upfront, while Lido only offers 4% upfront, but does have many DeFi farms that you can capture extra yield from. Overall, the Ethereum Shanghai upgrade and the unlocking of staked ETH may have short-term volatility, which comes from people withdrawing to either recoup capital or shift staking provider. But it's bullish for ETH in the long term. As trust with Ethereum staking continues to build and staking becomes unlocked, many believe that Ethereum Shanghai upgrade will bring a radical increase in the amount of Ether staked. This will push the staking ratio much higher to reach in line with other chains. I personally believe this is the most likely scenario over the long term as well. If Ethereum can increase its staking ratio to match other popular layer 1s, approximately 45 million more Ethereum or $63 billion worth would become staked. Now, with the Shanghai upgrade on everyone's radar, there is another related narrative that is worth paying attention to, and that is with liquid staking derivatives, also known as LSDs. Lido Finance is the market leader in the liquid staking space, commonly known as being the issuer of STETH. As I mentioned earlier, tokens like STETH or staked ETH are issued to someone who staked their ETH with Lido, but STETH is freely tradable while traditional ETH staking stays locked. I expect projects in the LSD space to see increased usage when the upgrade goes live for Ethereum, and this is for two reasons. First, if we see the increase in staked ETH from 14% to much higher levels, liquid staking is likely to capture a large portion of the newly staked ETH. As things stand today, liquid staking protocols account for around 40% of all staked ETH. Projects like Lido, Stakewise, and Rocket Pool RPL are all likely to gain large chunks of the newly staked Ethereum. Secondly, LSD protocols will also get a boost in user base. Since there were concerns about staking their tokens with a platform for an indefinite term, a lot of people never staked at all. By opening up withdrawals, users no longer have to trust the platform they're staking their Ethereum with to hold their rewards for a long time. If stakers are unhappy with their platform, they'll now have the freedom to switch to another one. With this increased trust and flexibility, people will be much more likely to try out liquid staking, and companies will also have an easier time to offer these DeFi platforms to their users. One thing to note is that the Shanghai upgrade to Ethereum will only implement staking unlock, but will not introduce other features around cost or scalability. But this is where layer 2s come in, as they will also receive more upgrades in 2023. Blockchains like Ethereum are considered a layer 1, and layer 2s are networks built on top of them in order to host a cheaper, faster, and sometimes more advanced environment. Layer 2s are their own ecosystem, but all of their transactions are periodically synced with Ethereum, so they are just as secure. Arbitrum and Optimism are the two main Ethereum layer 2s that are live today. In 2023, expect other layer 2s like Polygon's ZK EVM, ZK Sync, and Starknet to finally hit the market. These will make massive improvements to Ethereum's scalability issues. I'm working on a deep dive video for all the layer 2 projects, so make sure to subscribe and keep an eye out for that. If you're unfamiliar, these new layer 2s are using zero-knowledge proof technology, commonly referred to as ZK rollups. Rollups allow layer 2s to take thousands of transactions and roll them up into one that gets submitted to Ethereum. Today, Ethereum currently runs around 15 transactions per second, but layer 2s allows for thousands per second. See how this can quickly scale? As more of these layer 2s based on ZK technology go live in 2023, the less important network activity will migrate to take place in these ecosystems rather than Ethereum directly. This will clean up network congestion, which leads to lower transaction costs, faster speeds, and an overall better user experience. When apps can finally start to offer the same speed and feel we get with traditional Web 2 websites, that's when we'll see real mainstream adoption. And layer 2s are not the only way Ethereum is improving its scalability in 2023. Which brings me to the next big Ethereum milestone, Proto Danksharding. Sharding is a multi-phase upgrade to improve Ethereum scalability and capacity, and involves breaking down Ethereum into multiple shards that will have different speed and cost designs based on their specific use cases. EIP 4844, also known as Proto Danksharding, is a major upgrade coming to Ethereum in 2023. This introduces the first step to sharding. At its core, Ethereum runs like a world computer that both stores data and runs various programs. Currently, all program execution and data storage are tied together. This means each Ethereum node must store the entire transaction history and execute every line of code. This makes storing data on Ethereum extremely inefficient and costly. To combat this problem, layer 2 networks like Arbitrum and Optimism have been developed to offer many of the same security guarantees, but separate out some of the transaction processing to increase speed. However, because these layer 2s still back up transactions to Ethereum, they rely heavily on the data storage parts of the network. This results in over 90% of the total transaction fees on pretty much all layer 2 networks going towards data storage on Ethereum. EIP 4844 proposes a solution to this problem by introducing a new type of persistent memory called a blob to the Ethereum network. Unlike the current type of memory called call data, blobs would have an expiration date and would only exist on nodes in the consensus layer rather than the execution layer. This means that they would not be available in the Ethereum virtual machine and would not be stored on every single node. By introducing blobs, it is hoped that storage costs on layer 2 networks like Arbitrum, Optimism, ZK Sync, and many others can be reduced by 10 to 100x. Transactions on layer 2s today cost around 5 to 20 cents. Once EIP 4844 gets implemented, they will cost fractions of a cent. This might not seem like a lot today for a single transaction use case, but once layer 2 transactions cost fractions of a cent, they would enable much wider use cases such as blockchain gaming, blockchain social networks, and even transactions in disadvantaged countries will all start to make sense and become feasible. This is truly a huge step towards mass adoption, as layer 2s are already blazing fast. Proto Danksharding can really make them super cheap to the same level of traditional Web 2 apps. So now you know all the important events coming to Ethereum in 2023. The Shanghai upgrade will unlock Ethereum staking and make it much more trustworthy to stake ETH. Expect the amount of Ether staked to dramatically increase in 2023. Layer 2s and Proto Danksharding will together make Ethereum much faster and reduce transaction costs by another 10 to 100x. Okay, another thing you can get excited about in 2023 is my upcoming course called the Primal Crypto Academy. This is a live interactive academy with workshops, Q&As, support groups, on-chain homework, and even a secret alpha group if you can manage to graduate. It's not just a course where you buy it and get a library of videos. Instead, I want to teach you real strategies that I am using. The crypto market changes rapidly. That's why you need a constantly evolving academy with a support community to always stay on top. If you're interested, head on over to primalcrypto.io to sign up today. Link is in the description. You can also join my free newsletter on virtualbacon.com with over 8,000 friendly readers. Every week, I write about the latest market events, hottest narratives, and my personal investing insights. If you like this video, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.